Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Age Origins! And let's go ahead and go this way.
You! We're about to send the boys to hunt you down!
No need.
Boss says kill him! Let's wipe them out quickly.
I has no sound. Alright, let's do this. Let's bring my wolf out. Hey, now you will knock that off. Wink. Gotcha. Pinning shot, bitch. Oh. Awesome sauce is really loud. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. So, I think that was the last of the bandits.
And I'm off.
Well, I'm really excited, guys, because I actually got a job recently. I've been looking for one for a while, and I finally got one. Sure, I'll take both of those.
And I'm off.
Sir Frieden's journal. Let me check this out, and then I'll tell you more about it. Found a partially burned journal on a dead Templar named Sir Frieden. In it, you learned that Frieden defied his superiors by helping an unnamed Templar investigate reports of blood mages in Denerim. His investigation led him to a deserted building in the back alleys of Denerim. Frieden's last entry indicates that he's been spotted, and he employs anyone reading his journal to deal with the blood mages hidden in the city. Okay, we might have to do that. Anyway, so I got a job. I start, Wednesday, which, I don't know, by the time you see this, I don't know, but, yeah, I am doing something new, which I'm pretty excited about.
Let me be.
Well, fine then. Be mean. Whoa. I never noticed that before. Wicked. Oh, did I forget something over here? Or did I decide I didn't need it? I does not remember. I decided I didn't need it. Okay.
Oh, right.
So yeah, at any rate, I was pretty excited. And I'm going to do that later, because if I remember correctly, that's a tough one. So we're going to go back this way. And come back and finish off those blood mages another day. Anyway, yeah, I was pretty excited about my new job, because I have been looking for a while now, and... Come on. There we go. Ooh, jumpy. I've been looking for a while now, and, you know, finally got one after forever waiting for people to call me back, so... It'll be nice to have money coming in again. Because this is a hobby that takes a surprising amount of money. Okay, so...
Magic exists to serve man and never to rule over him. Foul and...
And after much sweat, blood and toil, her labors ended, and the world marveled at what she wrought.
We shall be named Malefica,
Okay.
a cursed woman.
Nothing. Alright.
We shall find no rest.
Oh, hey, there's an exclamation
I
mark
was getting to that part.
over here. Hi.
Take this. You've earned it.
Yay, what did I do? Oh, I marked all the front doors, that's right. Durr. Benny leveled up! Just do what I've been doing. And there's an exclamation mark over here. Oh, it's Kylon. Hi.
Good to see you back.
Need any more help?
I've got complaints in the Nord Noble Tavern that some mercenaries have invaded. Nothing violent has happened. The sellswords are probably just disturbing the nobles' rarefied conversation. Just drum the louts out of there. The barkeep doesn't mind some blood. Or sport, as she called it. Captain said Denerim won't miss a few dead mercenaries. Do what you will, and good luck.
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Okay, go to the Nod Noble Tavern. Been having troubles with mercenaries disturbing the patrons. You've been asked to remove the mercenaries from the tavern, and you may use lethal force if necessary. I'm sure it won't be necessary. Question. Where is the Nod Noble? This way. I know these hooded couriers have to do with something, I just don't remember what. Seriously, where is the Nod Noble? This way. I also turned up my graphics settings
Yes.
because I didn't realize I was on high and not very high. Come on, why you do that to me? And so, we're gonna see if the game runs better on, or not better, but runs about the same on this graphic setting. Crimson Oars leader, hi-oh!
What are you looking at? We're the Crimson Oars.
The Crimson Oars?
You haven't heard of us. We're mercenaries from all over the world. We have won many battles, and tonight we drink before the next.
And you drink here? The docks has much better bars. Shouldn't that be have? Whatever. The docks have much better bars.
We happen to like the ale better here, the wine too. Less vomit on the floor. So long as we're paying, they're serving. Ha ha!
This bar is for nobles, and nobles can make your life hard.
Nobles? You may have a point there. Fine. We'll leave. We don't want trouble with nobles.
Edwina?
Good job clearing those louts out.
Anything else with the Blackstone regulars? Nothing. Okay, cool, Leo. You guys are just getting there? Wow. Y'all suck. Oh, goody. My, refrigerator was extremely cold, and so the sodas inside got frozen. So my mom opened one earlier today and wound up with a soda explosion all over the table in front of her, so I was just hoping that mine didn't explode. And it didn't. We're good.
Edwina sends her thanks for getting rid of the Crimson Oars. Mind you, she's disappointed there was no fighting. Here's payment. You've helped out a great deal.
Sweet. There should be somebody here to talk to that I missed, but maybe I didn't miss him. Maybe I'm just going nuts. You have something for me again?
The Market District is a whole sight better because of what you've done for us. I know this may not be much, but it's an extra thanks. A lot of folks swallow whatever lies are fed to them, but us believers will try and spread word about you and the Wardens. Thanks.
Well, thank you. Nice. Alright, well I think I'm gonna head back to camp. Excuse me. Hey kids, how about you not trip me? Thanks. I'm gonna go to camp, and we'll talk with Zevran, because we haven't talked with Zevran, so... Potty camp. Yeah, she opened the soda and it just like exploded in her hands. It was kind of funny, actually. Okay, let's go ahead and talk to some people. Hey Benny, what's up, my friend?
Your dog is filthy. I can smell him 50 yards off.
Aww. Good. He will fell our enemies with his stench.
That may be so, but all the same, I would like your permission to bathe him.
Bathe? Can't you just wave your staff and make him clean?
No, that's not what magic is used for. Just make him sleep over on the other side of the camp. With Alistair. With any luck, that will keep all the stench confined to one small area.
Okay. Didn't think he was that bad, but whatever. Hang on one moment. Alright, cool. Thought something was going on with my audio recording. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk to Severin.
Here I am.
Alright, care to answer some questions?
Oh, this should be good. Go ahead.
Why did you want to leave the crows exactly?
Well now, imagine that's a very fair question. Being an assassin after all is a living, at least as far as such things go. I was simply never given the opportunity to choose another way. So if that choice presents itself, why should I not seize upon it?
You didn't choose to join the crows?
To be truthful, I didn't even know the crows existed when I joined them. I was but a boy of 7 when I was purchased. For 3 sovereigns, I'm told. Which is a good price, considering I was all ribs and bone and didn't know the pommel of a dagger from the pointy end. The crows buy all their assassins that way. Buy them young, raise them to know nothing else but murder. And if you do poorly in your training, you die.
That sounds awful.
Oh, I don't know about that. The crows who are actually good enough to survive come to enjoy some of the benefits. In Antiva, being a crow gets you respect. It gets you wealth. Gets you women. And men. Or whatever it is you might fancy. But that does not mean doing what is expected of you always. And it means being expendable. It's a cage, if a gilded cage. Pretty, but confining.
So what exactly is it you fancy, anyway?
I fancy many things. I fancy things that are beautiful, and things that are strong. I fancy things that are dangerous and exciting. Would you be offended if I said I fancied you?
Not at all.
This is good to know. As for what I'll do in the future, presuming that there is one, I truly can't imagine. It might be interesting to go into business for myself, for a change. Far away from Antiva, of course. For now, naturally, I go where you go.
And when you get the first chance to betray me?
And be slaughtered? Perish the thought. Come now, enough chit-chat. Talking about the crows summons them, you know. Any Antivan fishwife could tell you so.
Severin approves +1. Spread. Alright, hey Al.
Something on your mind?
I have some questions.
Of course.
Let's see, what do I want to ask him? So how did you become a Grey Warden?
Same way you did. You drink some blood, you choke on it, and pass out. You haven't forgotten already, have you?
Haha, very funny.
I do my best. What can I say? Let's see, I was in the Chantry before. I trained for many years to become a Templar, in fact. That's where I learned most of my skills.
You don't really seem like the religious sort.
You're telling me I was banished to the kitchens to scour the pots more times than I can count. And that's a lot. I can count pretty high. The Grand Cleric didn't want to let me go. Duncan was forced to conscript me, actually, and was she ever furious when he did. I thought she was going to have us both arrested. I was lucky.
Why did the Grand Cleric want to keep you?
I wondered that myself. It's not as if she valued me highly. I think she just didn't want to give anything to the Grey Wardens is all. The Chantry didn't lose much. And I think I can do more fighting the Blight anyhow, rather than sitting in a temple somewhere.
I'll always be thankful to Duncan for recruiting me.
If it hadn't been for him, you know, I wouldn't have.
I'm sorry.
No, it's... I'm sorry. I shouldn't be... It's fine. He died a hero. They all did. Come on, let's go. I think I'm done talking.
I'm trying to think of how to word this here. Maeve is very much attracted to Zevran. Quite a bit, actually. But in a big way, I think she's starting to fall for Alistair. She thinks that he's incredibly sweet, and he's not bad looking for a human, and he's one of the first humans that she's run into who didn't identify her by her race. He just identified her by the fact that she's a woman fighting for, you know, herself and the Wardens, and she likes that about him. Zevran, on the other hand, is an elf, so she feels more inclined that she could, you know, actually be with him, whether sexually or romantically or whatever, and nobody would bat an eyelash. Plus, he's exotic. He's got the sexy accent, he's got the long blonde hair, he's, you know, an assassin, which she finds incredibly interesting. She doesn't trust him as far as she can throw him, but, you know, the fact that he very clearly says that he fancies her is exciting to her, because she's never been quote-unquote fancied by somebody like Zevran before. So I don't know. We will see what happens here as far as romance goes, because Maeve is very much... See how I can put this. She's sexually attracted to Zevran, who she does not trust as far as she can throw. And emotionally, she's attracted to Alistair, who she trusts, but she doesn't know if she can see herself with, like, romantically. So I don't know. We'll see. We shall see.
Yes?
I'd like to talk.
Well, here I am.
You were a traveling minstrel. Do you have tales to share?
Of course I do. I love stories far too much to keep them to myself. Everyone should be able to benefit from them, I think.
Do you know any Ferelden legends?
I know one, told to me by my mother a long time ago. It always chilled me to the bone. Maybe you have heard of Flemeth?
Flemeth? Morrigan's mother was called Flemeth.
Are you sure? Was she the Flemeth of legend? Flemeth, the devour of men? Flemeth, mother of witches? Flemeth, demon-touched, who dwells in the mists?
She looked like your average old woman.
Well, if Flemeth really exists, she would be very, very old indeed. Ferelden mothers scare their daughters with talk of Flemeth. They say that if you're bad, Flemeth will spirit you away and bind you to her forever. They also say that Flemeth mourns her lost beauty and will steal yours through your looking glass if she catches you.
Flemeth was once beautiful.
Flemeth's beauty was known throughout the land. She had hair like unto a moonless night, skin as pale as winter's first snow, and eyes as beautiful and perilous as the sea. When she came of age, she came to the attention of the Lord of Highever, Conobar, and he took her for his wife. Conobar soon learned that his young bride had the gift of magic. He kept this a secret, for he feared that she would be taken from him. Flemeth stayed with Conobar for some years, and with his blessing, she practiced her art. And then one day, a young poet named Osen came to the castle. Flemeth was captivated by Osen's voice, and he by her beauty, and they fell in love.
Ooh, the plot thickens.
Flemeth longed to be with her true love, and she and Osen fled from Conobar's lands, seeking refuge in the Kokari wilds with the Chasin tribes. They lived there happily for many a year, till the day Flemeth received news that Conobar was dying and longed to see her face one last time. Flemeth's heart swelled with pity for the man who once was her husband, and begged Osen to return to Conobar's side with her. But when Flemeth and Osen entered Hyeva, they were captured by Conobar's men, and Osen was slain in front of Flemeth's eyes. Flemeth was imprisoned in the highest tower of the castle, there to await Conobar's judgment on her. Distraught at the loss of her love, Flemeth plotted revenge against her husband. She summoned a fey demon, intending for it to wreak vengeance on Conobar. But a spell went awry. The demon possessed Flemeth. Turning her into an abomination, the halls of the castle ran red with blood as Flemeth slaughtered Conobar and all his men. The last of Flemeth's humanity melted away, and at dawn, she stole back to the wilds to plot and scheme for 100 years. They say she took to her side many Chasin men, and with their help, begat her daughter witches, who even now prowl the dark places of the Kokari wilds.
Alright, I hate that it says let's just move on, but I'm gonna go ahead and change that to thank you for telling me that story. Winnie the Pooh.
Have you encountered many abominations, apart from the ones in the Circle Tower?
No, the ones in the tower were the first I've ever seen.
The first time I saw an abomination, my blood turned to ice. It was months before the nightmares stopped. It was the knowledge that I could easily become one of them that frightened me the most.
Oh, you're a great mage. You would never become an abomination.
Every mage is vulnerable, no matter how accomplished or powerful. That is the first thing we learn, and overconfidence can lead to recklessness. One slip. All it takes is one slip, and everything you are is simply gone, replaced by madness. And there is no turning back, or at least that's what they say.
You have doubts?
Of late, I have begun to wonder if there is any way an abomination can be cured. Or if a mage could be so possessed and still retain their sanity, their humanity.
If one retains one's humanity, one is not an abomination.
Yes, it is madness and cruelty that define abominations. If those are lacking, if the mage remembers the person they truly are, then they are not an abomination. I never saw that. Thank you for showing me another way of looking at it.
No problem. Win approves, +1. Sweet, okay. I like Win. Hey, Sten.
You are not quite as callow as I thought. That is unexpected.
Thanks, I guess?
You're welcome.
So, will you tell me now why you were caged?
I caged myself. A weak mind is a deadly foe, as you are no doubt aware.
Are you saying you put yourself in that cage?
I know that my failures were my own. I told you before that I was sent here. I was not sent alone. I came to your lands with 7 of the Beresad, my brothers, to seek answers about the Blight. We made our way across the Ferelden countryside without incident, seeing nothing of the threat we were sent to observe. Until the night we camped by Lake Calenhad. They came from everywhere. The earth beneath our feet, the air above us. Our own shadows harbored the darkspawn. I saw the last of the creatures cut down, too late. I fell.
What happened to the other Kunari?
I am told no others survived. I don't know how long I lay on the battlefield among the dead, nor do I know how the farmers found me. I only know that when I woke, I was no longer among my brothers, and my sword was gone from my hand.
What did you do?
I searched for it, and when that failed, I asked my rescuers what had become of it.
And then?
I killed them. With my bare hands. I did. I knew they didn't have the blade. They had no reason to lie to me. I panicked. Unthinking, I struck them down.
That's terrible.
I know I cannot justify what I have done. My honor is forfeit. That sword was made for my hand alone. I have carried it from the day I was set into the Beresad. I was to die wielding it for my people. Even if I could cross Ferelden and Tevinter unarmed and alone to bring my report to the Arishok, I would be slain on sight by the Antam. They would know me as soulless, a deserter. No soldier would cast aside his blade while he drew breath.
Well, couldn't you search for it?
If I knew where to look, it would be in my hand now.
Where did you fight the Darkspawn?
Near Lake Callanhad.
Alright, well, don't worry, we'll find it.
Perhaps those words are empty, but thank you all the same.
I think, Maeve has always been quite interested with Sten and his thought processes and the thought processes of his people. I mean, truthfully, like, the Q fascinates her, I think. And the Kunari even more so. So she wants to help him. She likes Sten. I like Sten. You're still with me, I see.
Yes, its adventures are interesting, even if the chances for success are remarkably slim. It would be better to throw oneself off a cliff, I suspect. Does it wish me to leave? I can, though I see no reason to go.
No, stay. You're quite helpful.
No doubt. Without me, it would have to carry its inventory on its own.
Huh.
Perhaps we should continue. Its chances of success are small enough without further dawdling.
I actually need to ask you some questions, Shale. I have some questions.
It doesn't have better things to do.
How did you end up in Hanleith? Do you remember?
Oh yes, that I remember quite well. My former master, the Mage Wilhelm, he brought me. As I recall, he had acquired some position with whatever lord ruled the land. I, being little more than a glorified possession at the time, was brought along.
My nose.
Oh, how he enjoyed impressing the villagers with me. Gollum snarl at that villager there, be fearsome. And of course, I would have to do it.
You didn't like this Wilhelm, I take it.
He did love using that control rod. Fondled it so much, his wife actually threatened to throw it in the lake. I would have liked to have seen that. Which reminds me, where did it find the rod? Did it pay a great deal for it?
Wilhelm's wife sold it, I believe.
Hag.
I would have thought you'd enjoy scaring humans.
I'd have happily stomped them all into paste, and then ripped down their little houses and stomped on them, too. In fact, after 30 years of watching them, I'd do it twice. What I didn't like was being ordered to do it. Dangled in front of those frightened morons like some scary thing. Once I was a statue, it took those villagers years before they'd even approach me. The first one to actually work up the nerve to touch me urinated himself.
You? Why were you out in front of the tower?
That is where Wilhelm kept me. He wanted me out in the open where I could be frightening like a scarecrow. I was supposed to watch for thieves. Plus, his wife didn't want me indoors. She said there wasn't room for me. Hag.
You like that word. His wife?
I was once larger, 10 feet tall. Then the loathsome hag complained that I couldn't fit through the doors. So the mage had me shrunk down. Can it believe it? And she still wanted me out.
How does someone shrink a golem?
With a chisel. And a lot of nerve.
Do you remember anything before Hanleith?
I traveled with the mage. He did a lot of traveling, I remember that. But where we went, it is rather fuzzy. I remember great battles, fighting many humans long ago. They were all very soft and squishy. And before that, No, there are only images. I was somewhere dark.
Just how old are you exactly?
I have no idea. Wilhelm used to brag that the dwarves stopped making golems centuries ago. I do not age as you soft creatures do. Sadly, my memory is no better. Plus, I get bored and stop paying attention.
Alright, that's interesting, but I'm done asking about that.
Good. I was just about done talking about it. It does like to have a good chat now and again, doesn't it?
Yeah. You don't like chatting? I like chatting. There we go. I'm gonna see if I have any gifts for peoples. I also need to talk to... what's her face? Morrigan. Let's talk to Morrigan and then I'll do gifts. Hey Morrigan.
I have a thought.
Oh, what's on your mind?
We have an opportunity that I believe we should take advantage of. To the point. My mother was once divested of a particular grimoire by a most annoying Templar hunter. It occurred long before I was born, but even today, Flemeth speaks of the loss with great rage. With the circle of magi in such disarray, it occurs to me that this might be the perfect time to recover the tome from their possession, for surely it eventually ended up in their hands.
What makes you think the mages still have this book?
Flemeth is a sorceress of legend, is she not? And her grimoire would be more than a mere curiosity to mages that daren't even glance towards the places my mother has walked for eons. No doubt 'tis considered something dangerous, perhaps best locked away somewhere dark, yes? And if not, then at least I know it does not exist. But there is no harm in looking, surely?
What do you want with the grimoire exactly?
'Tis a book of spells, of the sort that Flemeth has dabbled with throughout her long life. 'Tis not the sort of thing that would benefit a mage of the standard variety. They were taught a different path. I, however, was taught by my mother. I know a way around the wards my mother would have placed on such a tome. I know the language that she would have written it in. I would find such a tome most useful.
Useful in what way?
Useful in the way that it might increase my power. Useful in the way that I would become more useful to you. Does that not follow?
Look, how do I know it's not dangerous? Come on.
Dangerous? All knowledge is potentially dangerous. If you have some fear of me such that I should not be allowed such knowledge, then by all means deprive me of it. I have no ulterior motive for seeking it, however.
Alright, very well. If we go back to the tower, I'll look for it.
Good. I am most interested to see its contents, should it be located. The grimoire is leather-bound and adorned with the symbol of a leafless tree, should you come across it. If not, however, then I shall simply put it out of my mind.
Oh, hey, guess what? I think we have that, Morrigan. Yeah, I believe we do. Where is Morrigan? Yes, here it is. The Black Grimoire. We found it.
What? You found Flemeth's grimoire?
Mm-hmm.
But when I spoke of it to you, I did not truly hope... This is a most fortuitous event. You have my thanks. I will begin study of the tome immediately.
Alright, you are very welcome.
I do not intend to squander this opportunity to learn more than Flemeth wished me to know. This should be interesting.
I'm not sure Maeve fully trusts Morrigan with it, but you know, hey, she openly said that it would help her it would help Morrigan help her, so alright, why not? Alright, this is where I'm going to leave this episode, guys. When we come back, we'll go do something. I don't know what. I'm thinking we might do some DLC and go do the Warden's Keep. Maybe. Anyway, I thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the very next episode of Let's Play Dragon Age Origins. Ciao.